Subscribe if all you want is a simple life out here in nature.
Welcome to Offgrid Atlantis. I'm Andy and this is my wife Chelsea. We've just brought over an acre of land on a volcanic island situated in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Our mission is to build a wooden house and start a homestead from scratch. Why? Because there's a movement growing. People all over the world are returning to their roots, searching for a more meaningful, simple way of life. We felt that pull too, a calling we couldn't ignore, so we left our jobs and sold our home in the UK to embark on a journey from familiarity and comfort towards mystery, freedom and of course epic side quests. Come join us for the ride.
The best part about living simply is that your perception changes. Every rock, log and patch of soil becomes an opportunity to create. It's this mental play, this process of seeing, imagining and building that brings a real sense of accomplishment and a deeper kind of happiness.
Yeah, it's not looking bad. I think because it's been on a wall and off the ground, it's not rotted through. Check this out. That there, solid cedar. Very, very good news. Okay. I know I've got another big cedar up there that hasn't fallen yet, and that one's dead. I could cut that one down and use that as well for some sort of project. Next project, guys, very exciting. I'm gonna make a bed frame from logs, and I'm thinking use the big acacia again. So we're gonna be using this sort of thing. To be honest, I might just use that exact tree. I think that'll get me at least 2 lengths out of it. And we're just gonna do like a 4-post bed basically.
Okay, so Andy's had to literally drag Ronan off because I'm trying to dig these holes and he's obsessed with spades, rakes, shovels, everything. Can't get anything done with him around pretty much. I'm digging up the usable soil from the build site to bank up our potatoes. Our challenge here is to pick up as much of the usable soil and use it to grow. So it's a big site, the build site, but there's so much good soil.
These are the tomatoes I've been on about. All of these. They're not looking great, but they're moved. It was a lot easier than I thought. But yeah, they have now been moved. They are now in a better location. As you can see, they're actually getting some direct sunlight, which is what they're missing. The loquat tree, I think it's a loquat, I moved the other day. It's looking great, looking really good. And they produce a credible little fruit. We actually tried some from the supermarket the other day. They were like 20 euros a kilo, so they're very valuable, very valuable. And I replanted 2 more at the top that were not in a great place as well. So these 2 here, we've got one here, one of the big ones there. So we have fresh fruit right by the house. Oh, you see what Chelsea's done? Bloody hell. Ronan sat there. We got a cleared down to the bedrock. She's made me a raised bed out of all that surface soil. Brilliant.
Day 42 in the Big Brother house.
There.
Come on then, let's go. Let's go.
Like riding a bike. I've not shot in ages, guys. And when we were living in a van, we were having to go to our friend's house and he let me shoot in his garden. And before that, we used to shoot on our allotment. So yeah, this is really nice. It's really nice to have your own space. First time ever I can shoot my own bow on my own land. This is incredible. I didn't realize that would be a joy point of today. I thought shooting would be enough, but it's just, yeah, so nice. Sorry, I just was throwing a few there. I wasn't really concentrating too much, but let me show you the grouping anyway for today, the first few shots of today. The reason I'm able to shoot now is because they have these in stock, these hay barrels. Hay bales. So yeah, that's the grouping for number 1. let's go for round 2. And this is all before we start work as well. We've been to the gym today. We've gone home, had a slow morning, had some breakfast. Now we're at the land, and I'm just going to shoot some arrows before we start work. I'm getting the chainsaw out, and we're working on base camp area, cleaning that up. A big shout out to my brother. He's the best. He made this for me. This leather little pouch. They're secure, and then yeah, they're out your way behind you. Yeah, so we're a bit further back now. I'd say 15 meters. That's just below the middle again. A couple meters step back, it makes all the difference. One of the better ones, would you believe it? Yeah, good. Let's go check it out. Although there are deer on the island, they are in captivity. I think they brought a load here, then realized they didn't want them here, so they've just kept them in sort of like parks and things like that. There are some like small grouse and stuff, but I have no idea on the status of actual like the ability to hunt on the island. It's probably something I'm not going to be able to do here, especially with a bow. I'm not 100% sure though. They do have shooting ranges and stuff like that though, however, which is pretty cool. That might be something we'll try in the future. I've never done it. Chelsea's done clay pigeon shooting before with a shotgun, and she was very good at that.
Coming.
Chelsea's good with a bow too. She has her own, and yeah, you'll see her on that very shortly as well, I'm sure. The bow's going down. I'm gonna head to a base camp and help Chelsea out. So let me show you today's job. These big logs that are sticking out, we're just going to trim them, and then hopefully if we can find the rock, which I'm sure we can, we're going to carry on this wall all the way around. You can see that it'll join up to this one hopefully here, and that'll be base camp. Let's get cracking. What I think we're going to do as well is purchase a battery powered chainsaw for the furniture making. We really enjoy it. I think we're going to have to do a lot for the house. We've got all sorts planned for that when we build the house, but I think it would just be really easy for like stop start, quick easy small cuts, things for like trimming this sort of vegetation as well. Very simple. And then we can obviously use the petrol Husqvarna for the big stuff.
Yeah.
It's always the little ones, isn't it? Child, when his ear plugged on, I can't hear.
Yeah, I'm speaking.
Alright, as you can see, that's the main area clear. I've got to shift these logs out, and then you can have a look then. Gradually starting to clear a little bit more, and I've just started to rebuild this wall here. So this is your before. Again, I'm not sure where we're getting the rocks from, but we'll find a way. And now look at it, just look at what we've done. It's looking so good. Look, it's coming on, guys. It's really coming on. Really, really nice. Little walkway through there, wall at the back. That will all be cleared out. We have done quite a fair bit today. It's looking really good. We have also moved our wood store, basically a wood store, from over here to here. And this is all the wood that we moved today, plus a little bit on the wood store part.
So this pile of wood behind me is for a very special project for Ronan. I won't tell you what it is, but it's very exciting.
Alright, so a job I've been meaning to do is move this cedar. I was obviously trimming the bark off and just checking out, and it's good quality, so I'm just going to trim the end, trim the back side or the bottom, and then that should be a nice section, and I'll throw it on the wood pile. Do it. that's that bit trimmed up. Chelsea's going to clear it up, and we're going to sort of see what that area is like underneath. I reckon we can get another fruit tree or two in there. Meanwhile, I'm going to head up the land with the chainsaw because we discovered a new fruit tree and we didn't know what it was, but last night I ID'd it to be a citrus of some sort, probably an orange. However, the stump is rotting out really, really badly. So what I'm going to do is cut it all the way down to the brand new growth, and I'll show you what I mean. So this tree here with some leaves on top, everything's good until you get down here. As you can see, this is really rotted out and the fungus is just going to spread, probably due to the high humidity, and I thought that was it until I learned yesterday that there's three little sprouts coming out the bottom. So what the plan is basically just to cut the top completely off and let everything just focus on this new part here, because that is a citrus. So that's literally the best I can do for that. I've cut off most of the fungus I can, but it's right down to the floor, so I think it'll be all right. Chat reckons it'll be all right. Okay. We'll keep an eye on it, see how it gets on. Look who's found me. Hey? While we're up here, check out the pomegranate. It's doing so well. It didn't have leaves on really when I planted it. Really cool. So from the top we have passion fruit, we have kiwi, we have tomarillos, anonas, which are like a soursop small version, like a type of sweet custardy apple type thing. Yeah, quite tropical. Does very well here. Hibiscus and papaya, mountain papaya. So that's it for the seeds. In these trays here, we just have loads of chilies, loads of peppers, far more than we could ever need. I hope to give a lot away.
Good morning everyone. We've had a crazy morning. We've been to 3 tool shops. We've picked up, you can see in the back there, 5 more fruit trees. We've got 2 tamarillos, a guava, a apricot, a cherry. I think that's it. And now we're off for this guy's 4th, oh god, is he going to be sick? Back. Take 2. We're taking this guy to the vets for his last shots and his final weigh-in. And today we can times it by 3 or 3.5 to guesstimate his adult weight. So
the first weigh-in he was like 10.
10.2.
Second weigh-in 14.8, I think.
Yeah.
And in this one, I think we're saying we hope he's 20.
Yeah.
But I think he'll be just a little under.
I reckon he's going to be 21.
Yeah, I think between 19 and 20. If you're saying 21.
Yeah.
So you're saying 20 to 21?
Yeah.
I'm saying 19 to 20.
Okay, let's find out.
Alrighty guys, we're back. We're back on the land. We got the trees with us, the new ones. We got some up there as well we need to plant, as I've said before. What I'm going to do is throw a tarp over these, which is there. Let me show you what Chelsea's doing. She is stripping the good soil from the building site. Oh, as well, great news, we have the architectural plans come through from the architects for our log cabin, or for our wooden house. Very exciting guys, it looks great. It looks really, really cool. Chelsea's clearing this area. The reason being, this will stop anything under the house growing. We have all these usable tubs, which we got more of today. They're here for potatoes like that. So we can grow loads of potatoes, or we can create a raised bed like we did over there with this one.
So satisfying.
So we have these already existing old vineyard walls that we've added to, and we're just filling in and adding on top all this extra soil. Look, it's looking good.
It's great.
And that's also getting rid of all of these roots as well.
It's one of my favourite jobs, I'd say.
Because what we're going to do is we're going to be coming in with our pillar foundations, digging into the lava rock and building that concrete up. We don't want any root systems there, so yeah, we're just 100% sure this way that there's no like giant eucalyptus tree root coming right by it, but you know, if we're having 16-20 pillars for a wooden house, it's really overkill anyway. It's not a problem. We do get earthquakes here. They're very mild, you don't really feel them, but there was an eruption in 1960?
1700.
1700. No, the
50s on Fayal.
yeah, 1950s on Fayal. Let me throw a picture up of what that actually created on the island. A lot of people evacuated and went to America and haven't been back. Yeah, the eruption and the lava flow lasted for over a year and created all of that, as you can see, all of that new growth on the island, which is pretty crazy. We went there back in April. Definitely worth a visit. It's pretty cool. That's the tomatoes covered up, and we have the potatoes underneath as well. They'll benefit somewhat from it. Loads more ready to go here for the containers that Chelsea's getting ready down there. What are we going to do today? So I was looking at this spot just below the house. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So we have this area here, and you might be able to see, I'll try and zoom in, but there's a sea view there basically. I presume it's going to be white out with the GoPro, but I removed an old tree in the middle there, and I want a big tree in the middle so we can look out obviously. And yeah, I'm undecided. It's either going to be an orange, a guava, or a fig. Yeah, I'm not sure. What do you reckon?
I reckon fig, because fresh figs are straight out the house.
Yeah, I could probably put a couple figs down here if we were to do that. So I'm going to start digging that hole, prep that ready. We'll throw a fig or two in this area down here. I'm also taking into account when I plant these figs and what I'm planting in that region of the land is there is a gap to the ocean, so therefore like on a day like today, there's a cold wind coming through. So which trees this time of year, like winter, spring, don't have their leaves or are just starting to grow their leaves, that is more ideal. So a fig would be perfect for this. We've seen guavas around the island. I'm not sure whether guavas are evergreen, they might be, but they have their leaves, so that would not be a good location for the guava. So when I step outside of the back door of the house, which will be there, it'll overlook this fig tree. We are going to rebuild this vineyard wall, but first we have to get rid of this tree. It's another one of those jobs that we have to do. Okay, there's another fig planted. So as well as the two figs, we have the original and one just across the wall there. I'm going to throw in two tamarillos as well. That one's just gone in nearly anyway, and then we're going to throw this one down there. The little tamarillo's done. I'm back over to the tamarillos, and I'm going to put some rosemary. Well, I have put some rosemary down here. So in this little section we've got our rosemary, our sage, and then we've got this tangerine. Oh, and we have mangoes and avocados also on the way at some point.
So Ronan's not here with us today because he needed to stay home after the vets. We're not at home, we can spy on him. So right now, is it gonna focus? What's he doing? So right now he is flat out next to the sofa. So we're always spying on him. Bless him.
So let me just put it into perspective for you. You could buy 100 fruit trees for around 500 or 400 to 600 euros. yeah, you need the land, but let's just say that's 400 to 600 euros for more, like, for so much fruit you won't even, you don't even know what to do with it. Compared with 60,000 euros on a new truck. The key to it all is most people want a new car and they don't want new fruit trees. That's the problem. You are also increasing the value of your land. If you think about your land as, say if you were to ever sell it and you can say, oh, I've got 100 fruit trees on there. For someone like me, that is a massive selling point, because you're not just buying the fruit trees, you're buying the time it took. You're buying the time it took for them to mature. That is straight away tree to table food right there. Anyway, rant over. Leave a comment down below if you agree. 500 euros on all the fruit you could ever eat. 60,000 euros, 50,000 euros on a brand new van, truck, whatever you want to call it. You do the maths. That's us done for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate all your support, all your comments and likes. So thank you. Join us next video. We're going to continue with our DIY projects. I've got a bed frame to make. There's more trees to plant. And we might have some very, very good news, fingers crossed. We won't go into it now because we don't want to ruin it for ourselves.
Yeah.